Sumoribau harapan, digital platform ilmu dicurahkan membimbing murid demi kejayaan SPM 2024. YouTube jadi video pilihan, simak masa muda dicapai dan kau sendah. Guru pakar ilmu dikongsikan, SPM cemerlang, impian terbina. Kolaboratif bersama jaringan, CPD PLC jadi budaya. Bayu Sumoribau Spm 2.0 sifat terus setia, secara percuma namun berkualitas tinggi. Bayu Sumoribau harapan, digital platform ilmu dicurahkan membimbing murid demi kejayaan SPM 2024. YouTube jadi video pilihan, simak masa muda dicapai dan kos rendah. Guru pakar ilmu dikongsikan, SPM cemerlang, impian terbina. Kolaboratif bersama jaringan, CPD PLC jadi budaya. Bayu Sumoribau Spm 2.0 sifat terus setia, secara percuma namun berkualitas tinggi. Kolaboratif bersama jaringan, CPD PLC jadi budaya. Bayu Sumoribau Spm 2.0 sifat terus setia, secara percuma namun berkualitas tinggi.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good day everyone. Salam keluarga Malaysia. Salam Sabah Maju Jaya. Salam sepakat Sabah hebat. The Honourable Datuk Haji Raisim bin Saidin, Sabah State Education Department Director. The Distinguished Haja Nuraini Elias Fauzia binti Darin, Deputy Director, Learning Sector, Sabah State Education Department, and the Chairperson of Bayu Sumoribau Spm 2.0, the Distinguished Madam Masnia binti Masri, Senior Assistant Director, Science and Mathematics Unit, Learning Sector, Sabah State Education Departments, also as the Vice Chairperson of Bayu Sumoribau SPM 2.0, the Distinguished Mr. Haji Sheikh Zainal Abidin bin Haji Sheikh, Kudat Acting District Education Officer, as the third Chairperson of Bayu Sumoribau SPM 2.0, and also our esteemed speaker today, Cikgu Zanurin. A warm welcome to all audiences, including district education officers, educators, students, and parents joining us live. I am Cikgu Is, SIC Plus Officer from Languages Unit, Learning Sector PPD Papar, serving as your moderator today. Welcome and thank you for joining us live in Bayu Sumoribau SPM 2.0, which is a program jointly organized by PPD Kudat and Sabah State Education Department Learning Sector, alongside strategic partner from the Kudat Principals Team in collaboration with the Kudat District Principal Association and networks from PPD Beluran, PPD Kuala Penyu, PPD Tuaran, PPD Papar, PPD Telupid, Tongot, PPD Ranau, Melta, and academic YouTuber Guru Malaysia. Today's sharing session will last for 2 hours. Your focus and attention are highly appreciated, and we hope you will gain valuable insight from this session. Attendance link will be provided before the session concludes for attendance record and e-certificates in SPL KPM. Please stay with us until the end of this broadcast. Students and teachers participating online are encouraged to ask questions, share opinions, or provide comments. Kindly ensure that comments and profile pictures are appropriate for public viewing throughout these sessions. Your cooperation and awareness in this matter are greatly appreciated. Before we begin this sharing session, let's start with a prayer. Therefore, I would like to invite Ustaz Muhammad Hadi bin Samin, Assistant Officer from the Islamic Education Unit, PPD Kudat, to lead the prayer recitation. Please, Ustaz, the floor is yours.
إلى حضرة النبي المصطفى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami, pada hari yang penuh bermakna ini, kami berhimpun dengan penuh rasa kesyukuran di atas nikmat-Mu yang tidak terhingga. Ya Allah, Tuhan yang Maha Penyayang, kami memohon kepadamu, ya Allah, bersempena dengan program ini, Engkau permudahkan setiap urusan kami, agar matlamat program ini tercapai dengan jayanya. Kurniakanlah kami keazaman yang kental untuk bekerja dengan penuh dedikasi dan keikhlasan. Kepadamu, ya Allah, kami memohon bimbingan dan restu-Mu. Kekalkanlah di dalam hati kami sifat mencintai kebaikan serta menjauhi keburukan. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami memohon dengan kekuasaan dan kehendak-Mu, Engkau anugerahkanlah kepada kami kesihatan dan kekuatan, agar kami mampu mengorak langkah, berpadu tenaga menjayakan program ini. Engkau semaikan di dalam hati kami semangat persahabatan dan pemuafakatan, agar dengannya pekerjaan kami menjadi mudah. Engkau suburkanlah semangat kerja berpasukan dalam kalangan kami, agar amanah ini menjadi ringan serta terlaksana dengan cemerlang. Hindarkanlah kami daripada sifat-sifat keji dan daripada elemen-elemen negatif dan tidak produktif. Ya Allah, Tuhan yang Maha Pemberi kesejahteraan, jadikanlah perhimpunan kami ini perhimpunan yang dirahmati, dan perpisahan kami selepas ini perpisahan yang terpelihara dari segala bencana. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
May the session proceed smoothly and be filled with blessing for the pursuit of meaningful knowledge. Thank you, Ustad, for leading the prayer earlier. Now, we proceed to the much anticipated sharing session. Before that, allow me having the honor to introduce the profile of our special guest speaker this afternoon. We have Cikgu Zanurin with us. We import him all the way from Kedah. Let me introduce. Yeah, hi. Let me briefly introduce you for a while, sir. Okay. Mr. Zanurin is a teacher with 31 years of teaching experience. He's currently the only Guru Cemerlang Bahasa Inggeris Grade HASI in Malaysia. Oh, what a great honor having you. He's also a recipient of Haisin Goda as Outstanding English Teachers Award 2023. He's also the president of Darul Aman English Language Learning and Teaching Association, Delta, from since 2019 all the way until now. A very impressive profile. Sir, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing good. Great, Is.
Okay, so together with us here this afternoon, we have 4 students from SMK St. Joseph Papar. They are Nicholas. Can I have the picture of Nicholas? Nicholas, say hi. The handsome boy here, the only the thorn among the roses. Okay, and then we have the second one, Ivalai. Hi. And then we have Madani with us. And then we also have Vanessa with us. So the 4 students will be learning about the writing SPM skills with you, sir, this afternoon.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'll pass the floor to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Is. Okay, first of all, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I wish a very good afternoon to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, okay, especially the SPM candidates, okay, of 2024. All right, so as you know, the focus today will be on writing. And I'm glad to have with me Iva, Madani, Vanessa, Nicholas. Okay, so we shall begin. All right, I hope the rest of you out there are ready. Okay, so now I'm going to, actually I've made, okay, so Miss East has read my biodata. You can see the photo there. Okay, currently in Malaysia, there are only 4 guru cemerlang grade KHAS C, and I am one of them. Okay, briefly, that's about me. Now, okay, before I share the tips, okay, with all the candidates, okay, we are going to look at the assessment criteria for writing, okay, because whatever tips which I will share later, all are related to the assessment criteria. All right, I know your teachers have been coaching you, okay, have been telling you, okay, you must score for content, for communicative achievement, for organization, as well as for your language. Anyway, let's revise. Okay, so okay, here with me in the studio, we have Madani, Vanessa, Nicholas, and also Iva. Have you seen all this before in terms of the content? What does it mean by content?
Yes.
Okay, good. So as candidates, okay, according to Lembaga Perperiksaan, okay, all these are taken from Lembaga Perperiksaan. Okay, the full mark is 5. Okay, 5. When you answer the questions, okay, you give contents. So 1.1 says what? Focus on fulfillment of tasks. Okay, fulfillment of tasks refers to answering all the tasks given to you, answering all the questions given to you. For sure, later we will look at many questions. Okay, and then Lembaga Perperiksaan also says what? Your content is relevant to the task. Okay, so what does it mean by content? Okay, so I hope all of you, all boys and girls, all the candidates out there, as you listen to me, you jot down, take notes. Okay, content refers to your ideas, your details, and okay, 1.2 is very important. The target reader is fully informed. So what does it mean? It means that the reader who is the teacher, who is the examiner, okay, SPM examiner, can understand clearly. Okay, let me give you one example, and I hope all 4 of you can respond to me. Okay, listen to 2 sentences. Number 1, okay, sentence A. Okay, let's say there is this task. The task is that, okay, you receive an email from your cousin, Jason. Okay, Jason asks you whether he should work part-time or not during school holiday. So one of the tasks given to you, okay, or given in the email, where should he work? Okay, where should he work part-time? Okay, so that is the task. That is the question. Okay, to answer, okay, the first answer is A. Just listen. A says, okay, you can work at a mall. Okay, the sentence says, Jason, you can work at a mall. Okay, now B, okay, B says what? Jason, you can work at Singhap store at Setia Mall. Okay, B says what? Jason, you can work at Singhap store at Setia Mall. So now, Nicholas, which one is better? Sentence A or sentence B? And the rest of you out there, you can type, okay, in the comment section. I can read. So Nicholas, which one do you think is better?
Sentence B, because it has more detail into it.
Yes, I'm sure all of you agree. Madani, do you agree with Nicholas?
Yes, sir, I
B
do.
is better.
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Yes, as Nicholas said, okay, um, sentence B is better because why? 1.2. What does 1.2 say? The reader understand clearly. If you only write, okay, Jason, you should work at a mall. Which mall? Okay, which shop? All right, do you understand me? So be specific. Okay, so all the candidates, please take note. Be specific. When you answer the questions given to you, when you respond to the task, okay, please be specific, because what is the impact when you are specific? The impact is 1.2. The reader, who is the examiner who will read your essay, okay, can understand or will understand clearly what you write. Okay. All right. So that is a tip how you can score 5/5 for your content. Okay. Let me proceed with the second assessment criterion, okay, which is CA, which stands for communicative achievement. All right. I am sure all of you know, because especially Form 5 candidates, okay, CA has a few elements. Okay, I must go through with all of you this because later, as I said, I will be sharing tips. I will give you guidelines. Okay, how to improve your writing, and all those tips are related to the assessment criteria. Okay, so this is the second criterion. 2.1. Okay, is about the conventions of the communicative task. Okay, I know, boys and girls, you are not the teachers who mark the paper. You are not the teachers, okay, who have to give marks for the essays. However, okay, Vanessa, is it important for candidates to understand the assessment criteria? Is it important? Or any of you can respond?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir, it's
definitely.
important.
It is important because when you know what lembaga peperiksaan wants, okay, what the examiner wants, only then you can give. Okay, so 2.1 is about the format. Make sure the format is correct. Register, okay, register, okay, please take note. Okay, do not, you can use an informal language, but which part? Which part? Essay has three
Part
parts,
one.
part 1, part 2, part 3. Which one you can use informal language? Any
Email.
Part
response?
one.
Yeah, I can hear
Email.
from Nicholas. Email, part 1, yeah. Part 1, email. Good. Which means part 2 and part 3, you must use formal language. So one common example will be, okay, please take note. Do not use contractions, okay? Contractions. For example, can't, don't, okay? I apostrophe LL. Those are examples of contractions, okay? And they are considered informal, which you cannot use in part 2 and part 3. Okay. Tone. Okay, tone is an important aspect. Okay, the tone can be friendly, can be informative, can be persuasive. Everything depends on the task. Okay, so write down, the tone depends on the task. The tone also depends on the situations given. Okay, I have examples. After this, we will go to that. Okay, now 2.2. 2.2, according to Lembaga Peperiksaan, okay, your essay should hold readers' attention. Okay, let me make it simple for you, boys and girls. Okay, what does it mean? It means that please do not have too many errors. All right? Let's say every sentence that you write, you have an error or you have errors. Okay, that is not good for you because a teacher, when she marks your essay, she has a red pen with her. Okay, So whenever the teacher sees an error, the teacher has to stop reading your essay to underline the error, and then stop again, underline the error. Stop and stop and stop. That's how the teacher cannot focus, okay, on reading your essay. That's how the attention is not held. All right. So that, okay, will affect your CA mark, okay, if you have too many errors. And 2.3, okay, boys and girls, this is important. You must be able to present sentences which carry ideas, and there are 3 types of ideas according to Lembaga Perpesan. Okay, let us revise one by one. The first type of idea is called simple idea. Okay, it is direct. It is short. Okay, write down, take note. The sentence is short, like this one. I like my English teacher. Okay, and we have another type of another type of idea, which is called a straightforward idea. Okay, and according to Lembaga Perpesan, it is concrete. What does it mean by concrete? We can clearly understand. We do not need interpretation. There is no need for an explanation. Okay, something like this. Learning English in Miss Lina's class is always fun. All right. Vanessa, every word is clear, right? Learning English in Miss Lina's class is always fun. Yeah, every word is clear. You don't have to explain any of the word. And the third type of idea is called, okay, complex idea. All right, this is an example. Sorry, I forgot to explain. The difference between a simple idea and a straightforward idea, okay, as you can see, the straightforward idea is longer. Okay, it has maybe, okay, 8 words, 9 words. All right. All right. Okay. Are you clear so far? I hope all of you are clear. Okay, the types of ideas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we go to the third one. Okay, the third type of idea is called complex idea. It is abstract. Okay, what does it mean by abstract? It requires interpretation. It needs explanation. We have to explain. This is an example. Miss Lina hypnotized her students during her English class or her English lessons. Okay, so which word here do you think that requires an explanation, or it has a hidden meaning? It has an underlying meaning. Which word do you think? Okay, even the audience out there can type in the comment section. I can see. Miss Lina hypnotized her students during her English lessons. Any of you here would like to guess? 4 of you?
Hypnotized.
Yes, Nicholas. Good. Okay, hypnotize. What do you think it means, Nicholas? Does it really mean Miss Lina really hypnotized her students?
No, I think
No.
everyone is focused on her English lessons until, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that could be one meaning. Okay. It could also mean that her lesson is very interesting. Okay, that everybody kept quiet maybe. Okay, so that sentence, when it has to be explained or when it has an underlying meaning, okay, that sentence carries a complex idea. Okay, later I will highlight, okay, to all of you what is the importance of knowing these 3 types of ideas. Okay, when I share the tips. Okay, let's proceed with the third assessment criterion, that is organization. Here, I don't intend to spend a lot of time because I know your teachers, okay, have highlighted to you, you must have cohesive devices, you must have linking words. Anyway, I still have one tip regarding cohesive devices, which I will share later. Okay. And last one, the last assessment criterion, of course, language. Now, so under language, there are a few elements here. Okay. First of all, vocabulary. Okay. Do you know that in terms of vocab, there are also three categories or three levels of vocab according to Lembaga Peperiksaan Malaysia. Okay. So we have basic vocab, everyday vocab, and less common lexis. Okay. All right. Okay, let's look at one word, happy. Happy is a basic vocab. What can be an everyday vocab? Anybody can type in the comment section. Just now, Ifa Azli typed hypnotize. Yes, correct. Madani or Iva?
Delighted.
Delighted. Delighted can be everyday vocab. Yes, good. Thank you. Glad, cheerful. Okay. All right. Now, what about less common lexis for happy? Anybody would like to guess? Less common lexis means sophisticated, low frequency words, words which we rarely use. Anybody want to type in the comment section? Those who are out there. Elated. Okay, from one student. Warm. Yes, elated. Euphoric. Okay, Ifa Azli, euphoric. Okay, good. Thank you. Yes, we have elated, contented, jovial, ecstatic. There are so many words. Okay, which can be under less common lexis for happy. Okay, so later I will highlight the importance of having less common lexis. Okay, when we go to the tips. Okay, now, okay, the second one will be sentence structures. Okay, this one I hope I have time to share with you, but at this stage, at this point of time, okay, boys and girls, it's important for you to know that, okay, besides vocab, the teacher, the examiner will also look at your sentence structures. Your essay must use different types of sentence structures. Okay, I will explain more, okay, later when we come to that part. Then 4.3, of course, they must look at your grammar. Okay, degree of control or accuracy refers to your grammar. And as you know, the more grammar mistakes you have, what about your mark? What about the mark, Nicholas? Will it be higher or lower if you have more grammar mistakes?
It would be lower.
For sure. Thank you, Nicholas. Yes, for sure, the mark will be lower when you have more and more mistakes. And last one, 4.4, will be spelling. So you see, boys and girls, there are four important elements here, four important aspects which the examiner will look at. All right, your essay before he or she awards your language mark. All right. Okay. Now, okay, having done that, I will start going to the tips. And I begin with part one. Okay, we will go part by part. All right. So the first tip, okay, here, of course, email writing. Okay, you must examine the character, okay, keywords character. Okay, I know this is YouTube. You can rewatch, of course. Okay. If you have the material with you, you can underline this word, character and situation. All right, let's look at one example, SPM 2021. So who is the character? Who is the sender of your email?
Gina.
Gina. Yes, definitely Gina. And who is she? Your cousin. Now, her situation. What about her situation? Anybody would like to respond? Any of you?
She couldn't decide which club to join.
Okay, Madani, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, she has to choose a sports club, but she cannot decide which club to join. So, Madani, what do you think Gina could feel?
I'm sorry, sir.
What do you think could be Gina's feeling?
Um, she might
She,
be contemplating.
yeah, that could be her action. What could she feel when you have your cousin? Let's say Gina is your cousin. No, I mean she's not sure. Of course, her feeling is unsure. Do you agree with me if I say she's worried?
I think
Maybe.
so.
Yeah, maybe. Iva,
Yes, sir.
can we say Gina is not confident?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. Yeah, she's worried. She's not sure. She's not confident. Okay, Iva, let's say Gina is your cousin. What do you say to her when she's not confident, when she's not sure? Maybe she's confused, right?
Oh,
What
I
do you say to
would
her?
suggest, I would recommend her something to make her feel better.
Okay, yes, yes. You should make her feel better. I would agree with you. Okay, so now what is task one? You have to suggest to Gina which sports club to join. Task number two, why the club is suitable for her. And task number three, what can she learn from joining the sports club? Okay, we are not focusing on those tasks. Okay, but I want you, I mean the candidates, to improve the tone. Okay, let's look at this sample answer. Okay, hi Gina, you know I'm always here for you. You see, that one sentence creates a comforting tone. Do you remember the tone just now when I explained the assessment criteria for writing? Tone comes under which criterion? Anybody can type?
Communicative achievement.
Very good. Tone is under communicative achievement. Okay, I just noticed Fred D said indecisive. Yes. Okay. I just noticed one comment, indecisive. Good. Relevant. It's relevant. Okay, so when you have a cousin who is indecisive, cannot decide, you should say something like this to her. You should comfort her. You know, I'm always here for you. Relax, Gina. Let me help you clear your doubt. For sure, Gina has a doubt. Would you agree with me? Because if she
Yes.
doesn't have a
Yes.
doubt, she can decide on her own. Agree? Yeah. So
Agree.
your sentence, the one in blue, let me help you clear your doubt. Okay, that gives you another tone, friendly tone, okay, comforting tone, and supportive tone. Okay, write down supportive tone. You support because you offer help. Okay, then you answer task one. Okay, task one, which sport club? Okay, can be any club. Here, hockey. And then you look at paragraph two. Paragraph two, the last line. Okay. I know you will be a great player, Gina. Okay. Of course, paragraph two is about task two. Why? Why you suggest hockey club to Gina? Okay. So the last line in paragraph two, I know you will be a great player, Gina. And that's another comforting and supportive tone. Okay. All right. And the last paragraph, the second last paragraph there, you could see, Gina, don't worry. I am confident you'll make a wise decision. Please do not feel stressful, dear. Okay, she's your cousin. So is it wrong to use dear?
No.
No, it's not wrong. You can use dear. So to all the candidates, boys and girls, this is one way how you can enhance your email writing. Okay, I know all of you can answer task one, task two, task three, but some of you, okay, even though I don't teach you, okay, I think I know you don't really pay attention to the character, the sender. You don't really pay attention to the situation in which she or he is in. Okay, let me test all of you. Okay, can all of you please read and understand this question? Okay, so who is the sender right now?
Stephanie.
Yes, who is Stephanie? Your best
The
friend. Okay. Now, what is her situation? Okay, read on your own. Vanessa, is your mic okay now? Or still having problems? Any response from Vanessa? Okay, what could be Stephanie's feelings? Okay, someone please type in the comment section. What could be Stephanie's feelings, or those, I mean, four of you, Madani, Nicholas, and Iva, you can respond. What could she feel? Yes, there's only one boy, 3 girls.
She doesn't know what to do. I mean, like, based on the
Okay.
questions, she doesn't know how.
Maybe.
Not she doesn't know, but she's wondering where that she can learn how to care about pets. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nicholas. And we have from Nur Khairia, she says what? Stephanie feels upset, okay, because she wants a pet, but her parents are against the idea. Sad, Mimi said. Would you agree with Mimi? She's put sad and a question mark. Okay, no problem, Vanessa. Okay, hopefully your mic will work well. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, but you can also type in the private chat, Vanessa, to respond. Yeah, that's another way. No problem. Okay, so yeah, Mimi said sad. Arya said upset. So, okay. So when your best friend, Stephanie, is sad because she really wants a pet, but her parents are not giving her the green light, what would you say to her? Yes, frustrated, Vanessa. Yeah, Vanessa types here, frustrated. Yeah, definitely. So what can you say to Stephanie, Vanessa? You can type there. Before you answer task 1, before you suggest what pet is suitable for her, before you answer task 2, okay, how to care, how can she learn about how to care for pets, and task 3, okay, or anybody out there, okay, yes, or in the studio with me, yes, what can you say to Stephanie? Okay, Vanessa said, I will tell her to search in the internet first. Not yet. Vanessa, she is sad. You said she's frustrated. What do you say to your friend, your best friend who is frustrated? You don't answer the task yet.
Comfort.
Okay, we have from Nini. I feel bad to hear that. Yeah, that is accepted. I feel bad to hear that. Nanan says, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, yes, Khairia. Okay, all of you have to uplift her spirits first. So what do you say? What do you write? Yes, Mimi, you need to cheer her up. Okay, so now all of you understand. Okay, because I don't have a lot of time, let me show you this one. Okay, this is one example. Okay, I do understand your situation, but don't worry. Okay, at least don't worry. Say don't worry. I know your parents will say, okay, the point here, you know she is upset, you know she is sad. Please comfort her first, okay, before you answer task 1, task 2, and task 3. So, yes, Madani, okay, Madani Iwana Irish, is it you? The same Madani
Yes,
in the
sir.
studio?
Yes, sir. It's me.
Oh, okay. Yes, Madani says, relax, Stephanie, don't worry. Yes. Yes, Janato, give her moral support. Okay. Yes, Fred G, don't be sad. You have my back. Good. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. So how do you give her moral support? You see, paragraph 2. Paragraph 2, task 2. Okay, after you have suggested which pet she can have or she should have, remember task 2 asks about what? What is task 2? No. No, wait. Okay, I want to go back to this question. Where do you think I can learn? Okay, where do you think I can learn to care about pets? So, to answer this, wait, okay, you can be, wait. Okay, something fell. All right, so how can you show your support? Paragraph 2. You can always come to me, dear, to learn about how to care for your cat. You know I have 20 cats, right? That is how you can show your support. Of course, your friend, your best friend, Stephanie, can Google, can ask someone, but you are there, okay? You are there, okay? You are the best person to help, to support Stephanie, okay? And we look at the last paragraph. Okay, I'm positive you will get your green light very soon. Okay, that's another example of sentence which you can write to comfort Stephanie. And I can't wait to play with your cat. Okay, all right. So that is tip 1. Okay, yes, I would agree with Pruko in the comment section who typed acknowledge her feelings. Yes, please don't ignore whatever situation the sender is in. Do not ignore his or her feelings. All right. Okay. Okay. But of course, your task is to answer task 1, task 2, task 3. Question 1, question 2, question 2, question 3. But your email will be much better if you also pay attention to the situation. Okay. To the sender's feelings. Okay. All right. Now we have to go to tip number 2. Now, tip number 2, okay, is about purpose. The keyword here is purpose. Okay. The purpose of each task. You must know, boys and girls. You have to answer 3 questions. All right. Okay. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Each question has a purpose. Okay. We look at this one again. Okay. Task number 1, of course, you have to suggest. But what I want to highlight here, okay, will be these 2 things. The difference between to suggest and to recommend. Okay, to suggest and to recommend. To suggest, you just give ideas in general. But to recommend, the keywords here based on personal experience. All right. Okay. Are we going for intercession? Let me finish this one.
Yeah, sir, I think we let you finish your part 1 first. Before going
This
to
one.
part 2 only, we go for intercession.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. You can always stop me. Yes. Okay. All right, to suggest, okay, look at these examples. Have you tried prawn noodle soup? Okay, even you ask a question, that is a way to suggest. You might want to go to ABC bookshop and look at these two sentences to recommend. If I were you, I would stay at Merdeka Hotel. My stay there last week was superb. Okay, I would like to ask those in the studio or those out there, which one is better, to suggest or to recommend?
To recommend.
Personally, I would go with to recommend.
Okay, why? Good, it's a good choice. Why?
Because it sounds more natural, I think. Yeah, in my opinion lah.
Yeah, you are right, Nicholas. You are right. Okay, any other reason from those in the studio or out there? Yes, Nini, Mr. Bigger, choose recommend. Two. Okay, another reason can be, okay, you will sound more convincing and you can easily create convincing tone when you recommend. So take note, the keyword convincing. You'll be more convincing when you recommend. Okay. So directly, naturally, your sentence will create a convincing tone. Yes, Mr. Bigger also says it's more specific and detailed. Definitely. Okay. Definitely. All right. Okay. So here, okay, other purposes could be to convince. So if your task is to convince, focus on the phrases in red. Trust me, dear. Trust me, friend. Okay, or you will definitely love, okay, to calm down, to advise, to persuade. Okay, all right. So you have to know what you have to do. If you have to convince, use the right words, okay, to convince. Now, we are still in part 1, tip number 3. Okay, still in part 1, tip number 3, which focuses on straightforward ideas. Okay, remember that's why earlier I highlighted the assessment criteria. Okay, and under straightforward ideas is under which criterion? Which assessment criterion? Anybody? Do you remember?
Content.
Content, CA, organization or language.
Oh, communicative achievements.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Nicholas. Under CA. Okay, now, this is what Lembaga Perpesaan has. Okay, this is the mark scheme actually. Okay, you see the third column. Okay, for part 1 marking. Part 1 marking, Lembaga Perpesaan says your essay, okay, produces a text that communicates straightforward ideas. So boys and girls, it is important for you to understand what is a straightforward idea. Not only understand, you must be able to make sentences which carry straightforward ideas. Okay, so we look at some examples here. Okay, you can remember what I said just now. Simple ideas, the sentences are short. Straightforward ideas, the sentences are longer. Okay, so who would like to try? Number 4. Your English is great. How to make it longer? You just add, you love hockey, 3 words only. So it carries a simple idea. So you have, okay, to make a sentence. Okay, you choose one, okay, because we don't have much time. Choose one and make a sentence which carries a straightforward idea. You can choose number 4, number 5, or number 6. Okay, we have from Mr. Bigger. You are communicating in English very well. Let me count. You are communicating in English You are communicating in English very well. Okay, 7 words. All right. Okay, perhaps you can make it a bit longer. Okay. Your English communicative skills very good. And people admire you. Okay, maybe you make it longer that way. Luke Marshall. Okay, Luke Marshall says your English communicative skill is very good. And many admire you. Okay, make it a bit longer. All right. Thank you. Thank you for trying. Thank you for sharing. What about those in the studio? Anybody would like to try? Vanessa, you can type if you want to try. Type in the private chat. Okay, Firdaus writes there, your hockey skill is like a professional player. Your hockey skill is like a professional player. Good. Okay, Nan, you have to make it longer. You are fluent in English language. That is still like a sentence which carries a simple idea, Nan. You have to make it a bit longer. Maybe you can write, you are fluent in English language since, okay, since you were a small boy, maybe. Okay, make it a bit longer. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Those who have tried, I appreciate your effort. Okay, now look at the screen. Okay, Vanessa type here. Your love for hockey can make you a professional player. Good. Okay, good. So the point here, boys and girls, all of you must understand this one. Okay, you must understand the importance of writing sentences which carry straightforward ideas, because that's the main criterion for your CA mark in part 1. Okay, in part 1. All right. Okay, yeah, I have this slide to show you more examples. Okay, when you rewatch this YouTube video, you can take photo. Even now, you can take photo actually. Okay, yeah, those sentences in red are examples of sentences which carry straightforward ideas. We look at the first one. Okay, paragraph 2, you can always come to me to learn about how to care for your cat. Okay, and of course, there are other examples too. Okay, yes, we have come to the end of part 1. So before I go to part 2, I shall pass back to Miss Is.
Yeah, hi sir. Okay, so far I think we have addressed so far no questions in the live chat
Okay.
there. And thanks the audience for participating actively. So at the moment we will go for a very quick short break. I hope you will be managed to catch a coffee break or a toilet break because it's very, very short. Okay, we'll see you.
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so we are back for the second session. So it's a very quick break that I hope you managed to at least
Very quick.
have a sip. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
I
now
did.
we are going into the part 2, vocabulary and sentence structure. The floor is yours, sir.
All right. Thank you, Miss Is. Okay. I hope others are okay. So far, so good, boys and girls?
Yes, sir. So far.
Yes, sir.
So far, so good,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Thank you.
Very
Okay. All right. So part 2. Okay. Part 2 of your writing paper. Wait. Okay. Yeah. I hope you have seen this SPM 2021. In fact, this year's batch will be the 4th batch. Okay, will be the 4th batch. This came out in 2021, okay, as the first batch. The question focused on kindness, okay. Now, there are 3 tasks. Task 1, write about an act of kindness you experienced. Task number 2, why we must be kind to others. Task number 3, how to encourage people to be kind. Okay, now, if all of you look carefully, again, there is a purpose for each task. Okay, and I would say, number 1, of course, the purpose you have to, number 1, task 1, you have to describe your experience. Okay, don't you agree? You have to describe how you, an act of kindness that you experience. Task number 2, why we must be kind to others. You have to give opinions. Task number 3, how to encourage people to be kind. Again, you have to give opinions. Okay. So that's why, okay, I put giving opinions or presenting opinions as number 1. Okay. And when you know, okay, when you know you have to give opinions, actually you can prepare yourself, okay, with certain phrases to give opinions, okay, with certain phrases to give opinions. Like what? This one. There are 10, okay. I know some of you, especially A candidates, you have been using all this, but some other students who may get B plus, okay, A minus, or even B may have not used these useful phrases yet in presenting opinions. So to improve your language quality, okay, I would strongly advise candidates, okay, who aim for your B plus, A minus, A plus, you should be using all these phrases, okay, because, okay, you must know they are also cohesive devices. Okay, take note, jot down. These phrases are also cohesive devices. So how to use? Okay, for example, as far as I'm concerned, vandalism must be stopped. All this means, in general, in my opinion, I believe, or I think, okay? Generally, they mean like that, okay? I think, I believe. Okay, but if you are able to use like number 1, from my perspective, or number 2, as far as I'm concerned, of course, that can enhance your language quality, okay? Which, of course, can give impact for your mark, okay? For your mark. All right. Okay, so take note. And okay, sometimes you have to give reasons, okay? So when you give reasons, there are also sentence structures which you can apply, like number 1 to 7 here, okay? And I know it's small here, okay, but I must highlight, this is in the, these are learning standards, okay? This is in the syllabus, 4.1.2, 4.1.3. It's small, okay, but let me highlight, okay? When it is in the syllabus, okay, teachers have to teach. Or it can also mean lembaga perpesaan can test you. So we have here 4.1.2, 4.1.3, okay? They are about writing on pros and cons, writing about advantages and disadvantages, writing about good and bad, positive and negative, okay? And so far, boys and girls, SPM candidates, since 2021, Lembaga Perpesaan has not asked questions about pros and cons yet for writing, okay, for writing. Okay, so please get ready. So how to get ready? Okay, I'm not from Lembaga. I have no idea what will be tested, what will come out in your SPM. Okay, anyway, based on the syllabus which I highlighted earlier, okay, the learning standards just now, okay, if you aim to get an A plus, A minus, or even a B plus, you should know all these words, okay? Synonyms for advantages: positive points, commendable aspects, benefits, strength. Okay, I have a sample essay, of course, to share with you. And okay, I remember. So when I remember, I should mention, because I'm a forgetful man. I have a blog actually. Okay, I have a blog. Okay. Anyway, my blog actually, I share materials. I have been sharing materials. I've been sharing tips, guidelines for English teachers. Okay. Anyway, you as candidates, you can still read those sample essays. Okay, read those sample essays. How to go to my blog? It's easy. You just need to type my name, Zanurin, Zanurin. Okay, Zanurin. Just type my name. You don't have to type my full name. Many things will appear. The first one will be my blog. Okay, so there are many sample essays. I have some examples here, like this one. Okay, Um pros and cons of solo traveling. Okay, solo travel. Okay, so I have this in my blog, which you can download. You can uh, read. Okay, for example, this one is an article. Millions of people travel locally and internationally, and some prefer solo travel. What could be the advantages of solo travel? What do you think are its disadvantages? Tell us whether you prefer to travel solo and why. Okay, so you have this. Okay, so I will not go through every single line. Okay, because it's your task. It's like your homework to go through this model essay on your own. But I want to highlight. Okay, the ones in red. Okay, the ones in red are examples of less common lexis. Remember, less common lexis under language just now. And the ones in blue are examples of cohesive devices. Okay, so first of all, of course, you need to write according to the questions given to you, like this one. First of all, task one, um, what could be the advantages? Task two, disadvantages. Task three, your preference. So you write accordingly. Okay, so we have this paragraph. Okay, it's just that here I would like to highlight, when you shift from positive to negative, boys and girls, you need to learn how to use however. Okay, however, solo travel also has its flaws. Flaws means weaknesses. Okay, this is another vocab which you have to know. In my eyes, remember just now when you want to useful phrases to express your opinion, to present your opinions. Okay, you present the first flaw, the first weakness, then you proceed with other weaknesses. Okay, then task three, what is your preference? Personally, I prefer to travel solo. Okay, on the brighter side, so you see more cohesive devices for you, more less common lexis, the ones in red for you. All right, okay. So I hope you will take your time to go through. Okay, but what you must know right now, so far, Lembaga Perperiksaan, as I said, has never tested questions about pros and cons, weaknesses and strength, okay, for writing. So again, I do not know whether it will come out or not, but I have coached my own candidates, my Form 5 students, to be ready. Okay, tip number 6. Okay, let me check. Any questions from the audience? Luke Marshall asks, okay, if I use American side of English, entire essay of the writing paper, will it be accepted? Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, no problem. If you use American, I would say you have to use 100% American. You should not mix British and American. Okay. But you must know for lembaga peperiksaan, okay, this triple one is under Cambridge English, okay, Cambridge. So it is strongly advised that you use British English, okay, but not to worry too much, okay. All right, we go to tip number 6. Read about topics which are less familiar to you. Okay, this is for part 2. Okay, this came out in 2021. I showed earlier. 2022. You see about what? About various cultural traditions in Malaysia. What is task number 1? You have to write about some cultural traditions. There are still practice. Task number 2. Why it is important to appreciate our cultural traditions. Task number 3, ways to encourage young people to keep the traditions alive. All right, so would you agree this is not an easy topic? Eva, Madani,
Yes, sir.
or
It's
Nicholas?
pretty.
Yeah, it's not so easy. Now,
I
SPM
think it's still
2023,
doable
this
lah.
came out. What do you think, Nicholas?
I think
It's
it's
about
still doable. Yeah.
doable
Still
for
can
you.
goreng some ideas. Yeah.
Okay, what about the others? Girls?
Um,
Easy, difficult? The third task,
Great.
explain how advertisements can influence people to buy certain products. Okay, of course, if you are the ones who read a lot, okay, it'll be easy for you because you have lots of ideas. But do all students read a lot? I
No.
don't think so. Okay. As a teacher, I don't think so that all students read a lot. Okay. Many of them, in fact, have problems with the content. They are not sure what to write. Okay. And so far, we have seen SPM 2021, 2022, 2023, the topics are quite tough. Can be tough. Okay. Can be challenging. That's why, okay, your preparations, okay, for part 2 can be to read on topics which are less familiar to you. For examples, ways to promote better financial literacy among teens, lifestyle that promotes sustainability. You must understand financial literacy. Okay, because remember, your questions are based on 4 themes. What is the first one? People and culture. Theme 1. Theme number 2, science and technology. Theme number 3, health and environment. Theme number 4, consumerism and financial awareness. So all of you, the candidates especially, you must know your questions, okay, for reading, for writing, for speaking, for listening. Okay, they come under any of the 4 themes which I mentioned. Okay. So some of the topics, yeah, are difficult. So what else can you do to prepare yourself? Okay, you can again visit my blog. Okay, find this one because I already shared many topics which are less familiar to candidates. Okay, you have to read. Okay, so that you are more prepared. Okay. So this is what you can do. You still have time. Okay, it's never too late. Okay, to prepare yourself. Okay, let me proceed with tip number 7. Okay, tip number 7. Okay, of course, I must encourage you. I must advise you to focus on less common lexis, and this time, focused less common lexis because if you remember, when I went through the assessment criteria for language, besides vocab, we have sentence structures, we have grammar, okay, and we have spelling. So number one is vocab. So we look at this one. This is the mark scheme. Maybe you have seen this. Okay, anyway, let us revise. Look at the last column. Okay, the last column, what does Lembaga Peperiksaan say? Under language, to get 5 marks, under language, your essay uses a range of vocab. Okay, a range of vocabulary means what? Different types of vocabulary. Remember how many types are there? Who can tell me?
Is it
Vocab.
3, sir?
Yes, Nicholas. 3 levels of or 3 categories of vocab. What are they?
Basic and everyday and less common lexis.
Exactly. Excellent, Nicholas. Yeah. So, to all the candidates, that's what the examiner wants to see. Your ability to use a range of vocabulary, including less common lexis. So, what does it mean? If you don't have less common lexis in your essay, part 3, can you get a 5 mark?
No, your mark will be deducted.
Yeah, you cannot get a high mark or 5 mark. If I'm the examiner, I'll not give you 5 marks. If you only use simple vocab, basic vocab, because it's not that I'm being strict. That is what Lembaga Peperiksaan says. Your essay uses a range of vocab. Okay, so what can you do? Okay, first of all, focused. These are some examples, especially the ones in red. Okay, after this, maybe you don't use the word important anymore. Number 1, try to use fundamental. Okay, this word fundamental can be easily applied in many contexts. And I must highlight here, boys and girls. Am I talking about part 1? Yes or no? When I talk about less common lexis, am I talking about part 1?
No.
No, Vanessa says no. Yeah, Vanessa, no. Even the mark scheme which I showed earlier, this one, which part?
Part 3.
Part 3, yes. So which means for part 1, you can use simple words. You can use basic everyday vocab. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, but I am talking about part 3 now. It is important. Okay, if you target to get an A plus, A or A minus. All right. Okay. So one example which I gave just now, fundamental. Okay, we look at number 7. Number 7, vandalism should not be ignored as it is cancerous, detrimental, okay, dangerous, okay. Cancerous can mean dangerous here, detrimental, dangerous, destructive. Okay, so what are the issues which can be cancerous or detrimental? Anybody would like to share with me? Besides vandalism? There are so many issues.
Bullying.
Bullying, yes. I would agree. Bullying, yes. Vanessa typed cyberbullying. Thank you. Okay, anybody typing? Yes, Nana said devastating. That's another less common lexis. Thank you. Good. Issues. What are the issues besides bullying? What about drug addiction? Can it be detrimental? Can it be devastating, as Nanan said?
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely. What about depression? Can it be cancerous? Can it be detrimental? Can it be
Yes.
devastating? Yes, definitely. So these are examples, okay? I have more examples, okay? What I mean by focus just now, okay, boys and girls, you can focus on adjectives, less common lexis, which are adjectives, focusing on people. Okay, why people? Because whatever essay that you write, will there be people? Madani? Will there
I'm
be
sorry.
people? Will there be characters?
I'm sorry. What was your question? It was lagging on my side.
Oh, okay. Whatever essay that you write, will there be people or characters in the essay?
I mean, yeah, of course, it depends.
Yeah. Of course, yes. That's why to be smart, to work smart, okay, candidates can choose to focus on adjectives which are less common exist to describe people. Okay, example 1.1, waiter, amiable, amicable, friendly. Okay, besides people, places, because same, just like people, whatever essay that you write, there will always be places. So don't use peaceful when you write. Use serene, use tranquil, nature. Okay, and I'm so sure many of you have not used hypnotic 3.1. Hypnotic. Okay, sunset can be hypnotic. What else can be hypnotic? Anybody can type in the chat box, or those in the studio, you can switch on your mic. What activity can be hypnotic, so engrossing that you enjoy so much? I give one example. Reading Harry Potter novel can be hypnotic. Agree? To some.
Agree.
Those who love Harry Potter, those who love adventures, when they read Harry Potter novel, okay, the activity can be hypnotic. Okay, any more activity that you forget about all your troubles, all your problems?
Mm, um,
Does playing games count, sir?
Yeah, to some, not to me. But let's say you are a game addict. Let's say, just an example. Yeah, playing online games can be hypnotic to you. Okay, all right. Okay, stargazing, Muhammad Fikram. Stargazing, yeah, can be hypnotic. Firdaus asks whether hiking. What do you think? Hiking. Yeah, maybe because it depends on where you hike. Sometimes the beauty of the scenery, the nature, maybe when you hike, there is a magnificent waterfall. Okay, and that can be hypnotic. Why not? Okay, but I would agree, stargazing can definitely be hypnotic. Okay. So, of course, when you are able to use all these words, all these less common axes, okay, that can impress the examiner. That will help you to get a good mark, okay? Feelings, don't forget feelings, okay? We went through happy just now, surprised, astonished, flabbergasted, okay? Yes, Mimi, okay? The serene view can be hypnotic too, okay? Now, let's look at this one. Let's revise. If you write a short sentence, it only carries a simple idea. But if you write a long sentence, okay, your sentence can carry a straightforward idea. Still remember straightforward idea? Okay, number one. The waiters were amicable. 4 words only. So it carries a simple idea. But if you make it longer, the waiters were amicable when they talked to all the guests. Okay, it carries a straightforward idea. So you decide how you want to write. Okay. For more marks, okay, you should write long sentences which carry straightforward ideas. Okay, now, again, boys and girls, I have an offer for all of you. You can visit my blog. You can go to this posting, Fit V. It's good because I give a long list of less common lexis. What I shared in a few slides just now are examples, but in this posting, okay, under the title Fit V, which stands for Focused Adjectives or Idioms to Enrich Vocabulary in Writing, you can download, you can take. Okay, so do go to my blog and find this posting. So, okay. Miss Is,
Hi,
are
sir.
we
Okay.
going for another intercession before I continue?
Yes, we are going into the last intercession so that you can catch a
Sure.
very quick brief. Okay, with
Okay.
that, okay, we are going into a very quick break. We'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Okay, sir, now we are back to the part 3, which is
Yes.
actually the last part of your sharing. So the floor
Yeah.
is yours, sir.
Thank you. All right. I hope you are still okay. You are still good. Okay. Okay. Let me proceed. So now part 3. Okay. This came out. Okay. Reviews came out in 2021. Okay. And I would like, okay, later we will go back to reviews. Okay. Now, tip number 8. Okay, tip number 8, okay, focuses on constructing complex structures. Okay. Now, let's look at this again under the last column. Okay, for the last column, just now we look at vocab. Okay, below vocab, what do you see? What do you see? Lembaga Peperiksaan says your essay uses a range of simple and complex grammatical forms with a good degree of control. Okay, here it means the structures. Okay, your sentence structures. Your essay uses a range of simple. Okay, sorry. That is for part 2. Part 2. Yeah, you are required to have complex structures. Now we look at part 3. Okay, the last column under language, after vocab, your essay uses a range of simple and some complex grammatical forms. Okay, you should have some complex structures. Okay, for you to get 5 marks for your language. So now, I am going to have a very quick grammar lesson. Okay, but you can rewatch this YouTube video. Okay, now for English, we have 3 different types of sentences or sentence structures. Okay, first one, simple sentence. Okay, not simple idea. Earlier, I talked about simple idea, complex idea. But now I'm talking about structures. Okay, earlier I talked about communicative achievement. But now I'm talking about language. Okay, so simple sentence has only one main idea. For example, the girls are not smart. Nicholas, would you agree?
Huh? Oh,
The
no,
girls are
I
not smart.
disagree. I disagree. Yeah.
You should say I agree.
Eh?
The girls are not smart. Okay. Are you scared because you are the only boy here?
Exactly.
Okay, just joking. Okay, but okay, now the simple idea, it has only one main idea. Okay, now we go to a compound sentence, the second type of sentence. It has two main ideas that are linked by and, but, also. Okay, I make it very simple for all of you. For example, the boys are handsome and brilliant. Agree, girls? Madani, do you agree? Aiva? The boys are handsome and brilliant.
I disagree na masa.
You also disagree.
Joking.
Okay. Of course, those are just the ideas, but let's look at the structure. What is the first idea? The boys are handsome. And what is the second idea? The boys are brilliant. So there are two different ideas, right? These two ideas are linked, are connected by and. Okay. Let's say I give a Malay sentence. Saya lapar tapi saya tak mahu makan. What is it in English? Anybody? Saya lapar tapi saya tak mahu makan.
I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat.
Yes. What's the first idea? I am hungry.
Hungry.
What's the second idea?
I
I
don't want to eat.
do not want to eat. Yes, good. I don't want to eat. So there are two ideas. And these two ideas are connected by but. So it is a compound sentence. Okay? So do all of you understand? A compound sentence has two ideas. Okay. Now we go to the complex sentence. Okay. Complex sentence, it has one idea, one main idea, and one or more subordinate. Don't worry. Just make it one idea. One main idea, one main idea and one subordinate idea. Okay. Subordinate idea refers to, write down, supporting idea, additional idea. Okay. Idea tambahan, idea sokongan. It gives detail. Okay, that is one. Okay, jot down, write down some more. Main idea is a complete sentence. Okay, main idea is a complete sentence. And then subordinate idea, incomplete sentence. Incomplete sentence. Okay, don't worry, I have many examples to show. Okay, to share so that all of you understand clearly. We look at number one. The waiters, who are mostly part-timers, serve like professionals. Okay, to help you, I've used colors, black and red. Which one is the complete sentence? Black or red? Anybody?
Red.
Black.
Complete sentence.
Black.
Black or red? It's black, right? Black.
Yes.
The waiters
Black.
serve like professionals. Okay, a complete sentence. And that is the main idea. Okay, and it has one subordinate idea, which is not a complete sentence, incomplete. Who are mostly part-timers? Is it a complete sentence?
No.
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 Yeah, no, that's not a complete sentence. Who are mostly part-timers? Okay. So again, the waiters serve like professionals. Which waiters? Which waiters? Who are mostly part-timers. There are many waiters there, but which ones serve like professionals? Who are mostly part-timers. So that's why, remember, I said just now, subordinate ideas, they are also called supporting ideas, additional ideas. They explain more. Okay, we look at number two. Even though the movie is acted by newcomers, their acting is marvelous. So complete sentence, main idea. What's the main idea? Their acting is marvelous. Okay. Who's acting? The newcomers. Okay. Let's look at number 5. The resort, which was opened in 2020, is crowded with tourists. Main idea? The resort
The
is crowded with tourists. Which resort? Which one? Which resort is crowded with tourists?
with
Which was
the
opened in
In
2020. It gives another detail. That's why it is called a subordinate idea, supporting idea, additional idea. So for all of you, do you understand so far? What is a complex structure?
yes, sir.
Okay. Of course, I have many examples, some more examples. There are 10 here. Okay. So of course, this one, if you are able to write complex structures, please do so. Okay. One thing I must highlight here, I'm not asking all candidates to write complex structures because I know some of you, your English is weak. Some of you, your grammar is not good. So if your English is weak, I do not encourage you to write complex structures because I do not want you to have more and more errors. Okay, I hope you are clear. Okay, honestly,
Um,
uh,
sir, I
yes,
do have a question.
sure, Nicholas.
So when I write an essay, I tend to elaborate too much. Yes,
All
and
right,
then I think it's like too much detail,
okay,
and it it often causes me to lose marks. And yeah, what can I do to fix that? So, in your opinion,
okay. I'm not sure when you say too much, too many details, how many details?
so
According to, okay, let's say part two. Part two, the length is only about 150 words. Part three, maximum 250. Okay. The number of details, number one, Nicholas, it depends on the length of your essay. Okay. Part two or part three. Okay. That's number one. Number two, I would say for both parts, part two and part three, you should only write a maximum of about 3 details. Okay. Let's say task two. Okay. Like just now, why we must be kind to others. Okay. You write the first sentence. We must be kind to others for some reasons. Okay. And after that, your reason one, you write your, after that your reason two. That should be enough if it is part two. And if it is part three, you can add one more reason. So basically, in terms of the number of details, I would say 2 or 3 depending on the required length. That is one. And to help you further, Nicholas and all the other candidates who have similar issues, okay, I would say again, please visit my blog. Okay, because I do have many model essays for A minus, A plus candidates. Okay, and from there you can see how many details. Normally, those model essays are composed by me, okay, in line with the SPM writing requirements. Okay. And now 404. I hope I have answered your question, Nicholas.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome. So now for boys and girls, okay, I know, as I said, I did mention this is a very quick grammar lesson. However, what is important for you to know, if you aim to get in A minus, A or A plus, it's very important that there are some complex structures in your essay. That is not what I determine, but what Lembaga Perpesaan has determined in the mark scheme. Okay, so what are complex structures? I already explained. These are examples. Okay, we go to tip number 9 because now 4:05 p.m. Tip number 9. Okay, this one, be prepared with relevant structures to recommend. Okay, why I include this? Because, okay, Review only came out in 2021. Okay, review question only came out in 2021. SPM 2022, no review question. 2023, no review question. I don't know. Again, I'm not from Lembaga. I do not know whether review will be tested in 2024 after being absent for 2 years. Okay, after not being tested for 2 years. So the answer is maybe. Okay, maybe. Okay, for part 3, I'm talking about part 3. So, as candidates, I think you should prepare yourself with the language used to convince. Because when you write a review, the last task, okay, if you look at SPM 2021, whether you would recommend the restaurant or not. So maybe, okay, the same task will be asked whether you would recommend the TV show or movie or novel, whatever that you have to review, whatever you are asked to review. Okay, so focus on the words in red. Okay, these, of course, these phrases are for, again, A plus, A or A minus candidates. Okay, or maybe B plus. Like number 1, you must not miss the chance to visit the heritage site. 3, I'm crazy about the sound effects in the movie. Okay, it's not just right. The sound effects are good. The sound effects are excellent. Yeah, you can do that. But if you want a better mark for your language, okay, you should try to use like number 3. Or number 5, I'm a big fan of its fish and chips. Okay, okay, all this show that the fish, I mean, that thing is so good. Okay, here, of course, for number 5 is about fish and chips. Okay, you can, let's say you are reviewing a resort. You can write, I'm a big fan of its gymnasium. Okay, the resort has a very impressive gymnasium. So I'm a big fan of its mini water theme park at the resort. Okay, so that's how you apply it. Tip number 10, be prepared with relevant structures to express like and dislike. Okay, tip number 10 here, this is related to this. 4.1.2, 4.3, again, the same thing. Students are supposed to write, are supposed to be taught how to write about what they like and dislike, positive and negative. So my advice to all the candidates, if you get a question like this one for review, what you like and dislike, let's say about the result, about whatever, okay, I would suggest this. Okay, likes, no problem. You can write anything that you like. But for dislikes, okay, I suggest you do not highlight big problems, big issues, major issues. Do not, okay, do not highlight major issues. Okay, why? Because when you only highlight minor issues, when you only share minor issues, small problems, okay, it's easier, it's more practical, it's more logical for you to recommend, okay, for the third task. So how can you write? Okay, like I look at the second column. One little criticism. Okay, little criticism only. It's not big. It's not a big issue. One little criticism I have is the poor service, okay, of one waiter. So, Ivy, is it a serious issue? Ivy pula. Iva, one little criticism I have is the poor service of one waiter. Is it a very serious issue?
No, because
No.
they mention criticism. It's not a
Little
big.
criticism. Yeah. You can use minor criticism. Okay. So the second example, the minor downside of the book would be its high price. So just minor downside. And the last example, one of the forgiven drawbacks. It is a drawback. It is a weakness. Okay. but it's forgiven. Okay, one of the forgiven drawbacks of the movie is its length. So these are my suggestions. All right. If candidates are asked to write about what they like and dislike about something, okay, maybe about a mall, maybe about a television show, it depends. Okay, we do not know what kind of review they will be asked to write. Okay, so far.
Okay, sir. It's clear.
Okay, Masa.
Okay, I'm looking at the comments in the YouTube. Okay. Now, tip 11. Okay, tip 11. This is especially for weak learners. Okay, gagal lulus, those who may have failed. Okay, or those who pass papers, English papers, but like 40 marks, 41 marks, or almost pass for weak learners. Okay, I don't forget them. In my blog again, I have this Melika model essays for lower intermediate candidates. Okay, lower intermediate candidates, okay, or for weak learners. Okay, we have one example. So there are so many model essays which I personally wrote, which I personally composed for weak learners. Okay, so please visit my blog. Again, how to go to my blog? You just need to type my name, Zanurin. Okay, the first thing that will appear will be my blog. Okay, so this question, an article, part 3, people of all ages do shop. What do you think is a common shopping trend among many shoppers? So the keywords: A, common shopping trend. How can people be smart shoppers? That is task 2. Task number 3, share with us your view on the importance of knowing about consumerism. Okay. Kepenggunaan. Okay, consumerism of course means kepenggunaan. So what is the importance of knowing about consumerism? Okay. Of course, article begins with the title and then the byline by Ame Green. Shopping is important to many people. I always shop. My family members shop too. Many people like shopping. Okay, the ones in red are what? Can someone tell me? What are they called? The ones in red?
Is it
Co-
linkers? I think. Is it
Close,
linkers?
close.
cohesive
Yes.
devices, is it?
Yes, Aiva.
Is it
Yes,
cohesive
cohesive devices. Cohesive devices. And cohesive devices are for which mark?
Uh,
Is it for content mark?
No.
No.
Is it?
So it's not for content mark. Cohesive devices are for which criterion?
Structure or language?
For organization. For organization. You must use a variety of cohesive devices. A variety means different types of cohesive devices. Okay, so here we have some. Okay, let me continue reading. I think I can see a common shopping trend. Remember task 1? What is one common shopping trend? Okay, so many people like to shop online. So that is the trend, shopping online. My sister shops online a lot. My friends also shop online a lot. Besides, my mother and her friends shop online every month. They shop at Shopee, TikTok, and Lazada. They say it is fast and easy. Moreover, they say it is cheap too. Okay. Again, I want to remind, this essay is not for A minus A or A plus, right? This essay is for galus, for weak learners. Okay, that's why You can see repetition. That's why the structures are simple. The vocab is simple. Okay, but so done, task 1. What is the trend? You see, Nicholas, the number of details only about this much.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I tend to like further elaborate into like 3 to 4.
I am not sure about your
Yeah.
grammar, Nicholas.
Yeah.
No, if your grammar is excellent, actually not an issue. If you don't have problems writing, completing all essays, that's not an issue for you to write longer. But if you have grammar problems, if you have grammar issues, you should not write extra, because when you write extra words, when you give more and more details, you will have more and more grammar mistakes, which is not good for your language mark. Okay. Okay, let's look at task 2. People can be smart shoppers. Okay, so how? First, they must think before they buy, not we buy. Okay, typo. Next, make a list. Buy only the things they need. Furthermore, compare prices. Okay, short sentences. Okay, because again, this is for weak learners. Look at 2 or 3 shops before they choose. Besides, they must check the quality. Cheap things are not always good. Lastly, they should read reviews. Okay, so done, task 2. Task 3. Okay, task 3. I believe knowing about consumerism is important. Okay, so what is the importance? It helps people understand more about money. First, they know how to save money. In addition, they also know how to make budgets. In my eyes, learning about consumerism helps people make good choices. Okay, in conclusion, shopping is fun, but we must be careful. We must be smart shoppers. All right. So this is one example, one of the examples of model essays for weak learners. Please visit my blog if you want to read more and more model essays which are composed, okay, especially for weak candidates. Now we go to tip number 12. Okay, tip number 12. Use a variety of cohesive devices. Okay, again, we look at what Lembaga Perpisahan say. You look at under organization. Okay, organization. Okay, thank you, Jayla Yo. Okay, Jayla Yo. Sorry, I did not notice your response. You mentioned organization, correct? Okay, now we are looking at organization. Okay, lembaga says what? Your essay, your text means your essay is well organized. Okay, you have 5 paragraphs, I would say, and they are coherent using a variety of cohesive devices. So lembaga says what? A variety, different types of cohesive devices. So now I'm going to share with all of you how can you include cohesive devices in your writing. Okay. So one of the ways, okay, boys and girls, this is not the only way. One of the ways, okay, you need to present 2 ideas separately. Okay, we look at example. Okay, this is what I mean. A, the waiters are amicable and polite. How many ideas do you have there? 2, right?
2.
Yeah, the waiters are amicable, 1. The waiters are polite, the second idea. And you only have and. And is a linking word. And is not a cohesive device. But when you separate, the waiters are amicable. Amicable means friendly, is a less common lexis there. Moreover, they are also polite. You see, when you separate, you can easily bring in one relevant cohesive device. Okay, next. The novel is highly recommended because it is inspiring and hypnotic. Okay, because it's a cohesive device. Okay, so how can you add one more cohesive device? You have two ideas here, inspiring one, hypnotic two. So separate. The novel is highly recommended because it's inspiring. In addition, it is hypnotic. Okay. So do you understand when I say whenever you have two ideas or three ideas, separate them. Okay, because it will allow you to bring in a cohesive device. Okay, the next example. The soundtrack of the movie is mediocre, but the acting is superb. Anybody would like to try? Separate. The first idea is about the soundtrack, which is mediocre. The second idea is about the acting, which is superb. Anybody?
In addition, the acting
In
is
addition,
superb.
no.
No.
Because positive, negative. Soundtrack
Oh,
is mediocre, negative. Acting is superb, is positive. So it's not in addition. What else
Sir,
can
I
you
wanted
use? Yes, Vanessa.
however,
Correct, Vanessa. However. Okay, anybody?
the
Yes,
soundtrack.
Vanessa has suggested, however. Yes. Sorry, someone saying something?
The soundtrack of the movie is mediocre. However, the acting is superb.
Exactly, Madani. Yes. Yeah, that's how. Because however is a cohesive device. Okay. What about the last one?
Parking lots at the mall are limited. Therefore, shoppers avoid going there on weekend.
Perfect. Thank you, Madani. Yes. Okay. So is a linking word. So is not a cohesive device. But therefore is a cohesive device. So do you understand? This is one way, as I said, one way, one option, one choice for you to bring in more cohesive devices, because Lembaga Perpesaan says for part 3, your essay should use a variety of cohesive devices. Okay. Now, tip 13. Okay, we have about 7 more minutes. Okay, let us continue until whichever slide that we can. Okay, be prepared to prepare content for reviews. Okay, as I said, the last time review came out was SPM 2021. Maybe this year, maybe, we do not know. Or it's still the same, like SPM 2022, 2023. We have article, we have report, we have story. No review. Okay, we do not know. But those who want to prepare for review, you must know one thing. It can be anything. SPM 2021, it was a review about a restaurant. Okay. So it could be about a resort, a TV show, anything, I do not know. Okay, and you must know number 2, a review should include facts and opinions. Okay. Facts about whatever that you are asked to review, and of course your opinions, maybe what you like, what you dislike, what is special about the resort, let's say, what's so special about the novel, maybe. Okay, you have to know. So think. Okay, if you ask me what else can you do to prepare for a review, these are the things. You may focus on the content. Let's say movie storyline. Okay, not only the ideas, not only the details, you should also prepare relevant, less common lexis. to describe, to write one paragraph about storyline. Maybe you need to prepare one or two less common lexis to write about the actors, and so on. Okay. Now, tip 14, report. Okay, don't forget about report. Do you know how to write a report? Do you know the format of a report? So boys and girls, a report came out twice, SPM 2022 and SPM 2023 for part 3. Okay, so you have to know the format of a report. Okay, today I want to highlight there are two formats which are accepted. Okay, let's say this is the question. A survey on students' views about the school facilities. Task 1, the aim of the report. Task 2, common problems with the facilities, okay, in school. Task 3, suggestions for improvement. Okay. It's small, so I enlarge it. Okay. So you can start with 2. Okay. The report is directed to whom? Okay. From who write the report? Okay. It depends on the question. Maybe you are the head prefect, or maybe you are the secretary of a computer club, maybe. But you can begin with 2 and then from. Okay, after that, the title of the report, you can get the title from the question. Okay, take the keywords in the question, and then you start writing your report, answering each task. Okay, like this. You have your second paragraph, your third paragraph, your closure, and then of course you end with reported by, signature, full name in capital letters, and they are in brackets. Okay, and then who are you? Okay, whether you are the secretary of a computer club, whether you are the head prefect, it depends on the question. Okay, another way, boys and girls, to write a report. Okay, this is based on another question. It is based on a survey on the students' spending habits. Okay, what I want to highlight here, the heading. Okay, this is found in the Form 5 download textbook. Okay, you begin just like the first report, to maybe here to the teacher advisor of computer club or whatever club, from the person who writes the report. Same, you have the subject, but here you can have the heading, introduction, okay, of your report. And then the second heading is based on the task given to you. For example, details on what the students spend the most on. Okay, that is taken from task 1. This is task 2. Next, followed the next paragraph is also based on another heading, okay, subheading, based on the second task, which is about the factors influencing students' spending decisions. The last task, suggestions to improve students' financial literacy. Okay, so the only difference, the first format does not have subheadings. The second format, it has several subheadings. Okay, so both are accepted. Okay, no problem. Don't worry too much about the format. The main thing, you answer each task clearly. Okay, you write what you're supposed to write. Okay, closure is the same. Okay, reported by, names in capital letters in brackets. Okay, all right, almost done. Okay, so yeah, now 4:29 p.m. Okay, before I end, okay, I hope the link for my Google form is already shared, and I hope you can take some time to respond to 5 questions only. I really appreciate, boys and girls, your feedback, your comments on my sharing session. Okay, I need to know, yeah, please tell me my strengths, my weaknesses as well. Okay, if there's any. I hope my sharing session has benefited all of you. For sure, I wish all the candidates of SPM 2024, okay, the best of everything. Do your best. You may get the best result simply because you are the best. So I guess that's all from me. So with that note, thank you very much. And
Okay,
if there
thank
are
you, sir.
still questions,
Yeah. So thank you, sir, for the insightful presentation. Just now you were worried that you might exit the time, but it's just nice for the day.
yeah,
So
it's
now we will
right on the
open.
dot.
Yeah. So now we will open the floor for our Q&A session. So this is your opportunity to ask any question that you may have about today's topic. You can type your question in the chat box or the Q&A tab. Please keep your question brief and focused so that we can address as many as possible. So let's wait for like 1 minute for them to type their question.
Sure.
At the moment, we're waiting for the audience to type. So what about our 4 students here? Do you have any questions that you want to ask? Or you are ready to
I
take the
do.
SPM this year?
Yes,
I do
Nicholas.
have a question. It is out of topic a bit, but it is also about writing an essay. I would like to ask about teacher's opinion on how frequent should I use idioms on an
All
essay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. My personal view, Nicholas, and to all the candidates, idioms, if you want to use, maybe in part 3, not in part 1, okay, because part 1, the language should be very simple only. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 idioms which are relevant to the question in part 2 and part 3. Okay, the advantage if you use idioms, number 1, the sentence will carry a complex idea. Okay, remember there are 3 types of ideas earlier: simple idea, straightforward idea, and complex idea. Okay, I give example, Miss Lina hypnotized her students during her lessons. Okay, so another example can be, we were on cloud 9. On cloud 9 is an idiom, right? We were on cloud 9. So it's short, but the sentence carries a complex idea. Why? Because a complex idea requires interpretation. A complex idea has a hidden meaning. Okay, but not too frequent, Nicholas. And you must make sure each idiom that you use fits in perfectly in whatever paragraph that you write. Because if the idiom does not fit in well, it's not good. Okay, for your mark.
So I guess that the questions that Nicholas asked is actually related with one of our audience asking the same relevant questions. If students attempt to include idioms but they are not accurately used, will the students still be able to get extra marks for language?
Yeah, I think it's related to what we are discussing right now. But of course, if it's not used accurately, as I said, that is not good for your language. Yes,
Okay,
it's
so
not
we
helping
use it
you.
because okay. That's mean we use it because it is needed, not just because we want to add it to become flourish, but then not carrying any meaning of that.
Yeah, the
Okay.
idioms must fit in accurately.
Okay. And then we have another
Uh,
question from Aifa Azli.
okay,
Sir,
so
based on what do yeah,
okay, I'll
what
come to
based
that
on
second question. No, because
okay, okay, okay.
I just remember Miss
Ah,
Is. I also showed them the mark scheme by Lembaga
okay.
Peperiksaan. Okay, under language, I think all of you noticed. Did Lembaga say anything about idioms? No, right?
Not really.
Lembaga only highlights three categories of vocab: basic, everyday, and less common lexis.
Axis.
I would suggest you focus more on less common lexis instead of idioms. But it's not wrong. It's not wrong. You can have. Okay, okay.
Okay.
So we come back
Okay, understand.
to question by
So we
Ifa.
go for the Okay, so we go to the IFA questions. Sir, first on what do we divide our paragraph for writing story? How do I start or end each paragraph?
Okay, story. Now story. Okay, yes, I did not. Okay, honestly, Miss Is, honestly, Ifa, I have not encouraged my candidates to write a story. Okay, before I come to your question, Ifa. Okay, because based on what I have seen, story writing is the most difficult. It's the most challenging. It's not easy for candidates to write a story according to the requirements given in the question. That is one. I have always encouraged my candidates to focus on articles, okay, especially. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
your question, what was our question just now? Just now it was there.
How do we divide the paragraph and how do we start and end each paragraph?
Okay, how many paragraphs? It depends. Normally, okay, in general, when you have like 5 paragraphs for a story, that is good. Okay, and you must know for story writing, there is a traditional plot. That is one thing you must know. Or whichever candidates who plan to write a story, under traditional plot, we start with exposition, okay, and then rising action. On top will be climax, okay. After climax, falling action. After falling action, resolution. Okay, I don't think so. Candidates understand what I'm talking about. Okay, but okay, for a story, it should have that traditional plot. It's like the introduction and then rising action, climax, okay, falling action and then resolution. It is important. Okay. So having 5 or 6 paragraphs will be fine. And then how do you start or end each paragraph? I cannot give an exact answer here because it depends on the writing task. Okay, Ifa, what you have to write. Um, I cannot remember now the past questions for writing. Okay, it depends how you end your paragraph. Each paragraph depends on the writing task, I would say, Ifa.
Okay, thank you, sir. I guess like when you mentioned about the falling, the climax or this thing, I guess IFA teachers, I mean, most teachers are actually quite familiar with the story mountain things,
Yes,
where they
yes.
have the solutions or the climax thing.
Yeah. Of
Okay,
course, teachers
so
know. I
next,
hope. Yeah, I hope
yeah,
candidates know.
okay. So next one, we are going to address the next question, which is actually quite relevant with one is like, should we use cohesive devices in every sentences? And I think this is
No.
related, no, kan? The answer is
Yeah,
no.
no, no. Not every single sentence.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
So,
Not
and
in
then,
every single sentence. I think if you go to my blog, you would see I also have essays for A minus, A plus, and A plus candidates. No, not in every single sentence. No. But
okay,
as
so I
long as
think,
your essay shows your ability to use a variety of cohesive devices, I would say like 7 to 10 cohesive devices.
so is your 7 and 10 would be the
That's
answer for the next question from Cikgu Nor Shafiza, which is how many cohesive devices should it be for the criteria of variety of cohesive
okay.
devices?
7 to 10 is my personal view, Cikgu, and to all the candidates. Of course, Lembaga Perpisahan has never like mentioned any number, but logically, if candidates only have 4 cohesive devices, Miss Is, do you think does that show variety? If 4 or 5?
No, especially when it is lengthy one
Uh,
is not sufficient. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm suggesting 7 to 10 based on my personal view again. This is not from Lembaga. Okay, but we agree if there are only like 4, okay, let's say, furthermore, in addition, and then let's say in conclusion, however, and maybe one more. Next, to me, these 5 still do not show a variety. So if all of you agree with me, then it has to be more than 5 lah. Agree?
Yeah, okay. So we go to the next question. How do we help the weak students to achieve good score for writing in order for them to pass? Any tips?
Okay. Fred D, teacher or students? I'm not sure. It's teacher or student? Okay, never
I
mind.
guess the teachers.
Okay. How do we help? Okay. I have been offering model essays, which I named Melika. I shared one essay earlier. Okay, model essays for lower intermediate candidates. Okay, teachers and to all. Okay, it is in my blog. There are almost 50 model essays. That is one thing you can help them. Okay, you can ask them to at least read SPM standard questions and how each question can be answered. And under Melika, I've covered essays for part 1, part 2, and part 3. And the last posting, which I posted a few days ago, was for part 3, Melika 14. Okay, I've numbered Melika 1, Melika 2, and the latest Melika 14. Under each posting, there are 3 model essays, which I personally composed, which I personally wrote for Galus students. You know Galus? Gagalulus?
Yeah.
That's one way to
Okay.
help them. When they read, when they go through those model essays, because I've personally done this with weak learners in schools that I go to, okay, for workshops, their mindset, their perception about writing would change.
Mhm.
They can see how easy, okay, writing can be.
Okay, so the tips is go to your blog to have a further look of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah. Okay, so we are
it's
going to
there.
the next. Yeah, we're going to address another question from Nanan. Can I repeat the same words or linkings, even it is bombastic?
I would not advise, okay? Because of course, let's say one example is elated, which of course means happy. Why do you have to keep repeating elated, elated, elated? When there are other words, like euphoric, ecstatic, jovial, and so on. Okay, if you keep repeating, your essay does not show that, it does not show your ability to have I would say, a wide range of less common lexis. Please don't repeat. And again, I also offered under Fit V, a long list of less common lexis for you, okay, to go through and try to memorize as many as you can.
Okay, sir. With that, we are going to the last question, which is from Cikgu, I think it's a teacher, Cikgu Wan Shadriawati. Sir, can
Okay.
I get the slide?
Uh,
That's the question.
okay. Normally, okay, honestly, I don't share this slide, but you can always watch again the YouTube video. You can screenshot whatever slide that you wish to have. In the end, you will have everything.
Okay, and also don't forget that to visit Cikgu Zanurin blog if you
Yeah.
want to know more. Okay.
Most of the things actually I have been sharing. I mean, what I've been presenting, what I've presented here, I would say, yeah, all are available in my blog.
So, okay, thank you, sir. With that, we conclude our Q&A session. Thank you for your thoughtful questions and also participation. The attendance link has been shared in the chat. Please remember to fill out the attendance link before 6 p.m. So you actually have 1.5 hours to fill in. So any complication due to a lack of attentiveness will be the sole responsibility of the participant. Be sure to complete it before 6 p.m. today, yeah? Our program continue with the presentations of the e-certificate to our special guest speaker today. Let's witness it together. Okay. Now, congratulations and heartfelt thanks to our speaker, Cikgu Zanurin again, for his extraordinary sharing session. May his insight greatly assist our SPM candidates in achieving outstanding result in the 2024 SPM writing paper, which is also our last paper that we are going to cover. So we are now nearing the end of our broadcast. Before we conclude, please be reminded to fill out the attendance link that has been shared in the chat earlier. Any delay will be at your own responsibility, especially now like SPL KPM system is closing very soon. So before closing this program, I would like to invite all the committee member to join us in this virtual space for a final moment together. Thank you to everyone involved in making the Bayu Sumoribau Spm 2.0 program for 2024 Series 1 a success. We have the next, we don't have the next session. So today is the end of our session. Make sure you do not miss out and stay connected with us by referring to the Bayu Sumoribau SPM 2024 schedule via the link shared in the chat and the YouTube description, because we believe that we would have the second series for other subjects. Before we sign off, we sincerely apologize for any shortcomings, be it in words, actions, or technical glitches throughout this program. May we meet again in the next series of this program, which is maybe 2025. By that time, our 4 students will be the Form 5 student next year. Take care, stay healthy, and maintain a positive outlook. See you guys again. Bye-bye.
Kau pikirkan kau boleh, kau hampir boleh melakukan. Jika kau pikirkan ragu-ragu, usahamu tidak menentu. Jika kau pikirkan kekalahan, kau hampiri kegagalan. Jika kau pikirkan kemenangan, kau hampiri kejayaan. Entahlah apa kau pikirkan, terkandung dalam pemikiran. Berpikir boleh melakukan, pikirkan boleh. Percaya apa kau lakukan, tabah apa kau usahakan. Bertindak atas kemampuan, engkau boleh. Kau pikirkan kau boleh, kau hampir boleh melakukan. Jika kau pikirkan ragu-ragu, usahamu tidak menentu. Jika kau pikirkan kekalahan, kau hampiri kegagalan.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera kepada adik-adik yang akan menduduki SPM khususnya untuk daerah Kudat. Saya bagi pihak PPD Kudat ingin mengucapkan selamat menjawab soalan dengan hati yang tenang, tabah dan boleh menjawab dengan cemerlang. Harapan kami daripada PPD Kudat dan seluruh warga pendidikan daerah Kudat ingin sama-sama mendoakan agar semua adik-adik dapat menjawab dengan baik dan tenang. Assalamualaikum dan terima kasih.
Good luck and all the best to 2024 SPM candidate. Good luck!
Best wishes to all SPM students. May the force be with you.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera kepada semua calon SPM 2024. Cikgu doakan kejayaan menjadi milik anda.
Hi everyone, good luck for your SPM 2024. Do your best.
Hai kamu orang, calon SPM 2024. Ini kali berat habis lah, buat sehabis baik.
Tabah apa kau usahakan, bertindak atas kemampuan.